Hey there. So, a few days ago, Netflix released the fourth episode of the fourth season of the Invincible series, and this episode has become the lowest rated episode of the series so far, having a rating of 6.9 on the IMDb, which is surprising because most of the episodes have at least a rating of 8 or a 9. So, why is this episode performing so poorly among the Invincible fan base? Well, I may have a few reasons why. Mark was summoned to Hell, where he teamed up with the Darkblood King and helped Satan regain his power. This was all done to counter a new villain that the series introduced, Volcanica. And the thing is, even after spending half the episode and helping Satan regain his power, Satan was still weaker than Volcanica, and later on, Mark essentially one-shot her. The episode still had its good moments here and there, but the community had to wait an entire year for the new season. And still, one of the episodes is filler, and it did not sit right with them. Another thing is, the episode did not address the cliffhanger of the previous episode. At the end of episode 3, we found out that Eve is pregnant, and in this entire episode, she couldn't tell Mark because he was in hell. All we got was a breakdown that Eve was having with William by her side because her boyfriend Mark was in hell. One more problem is that they did actually set another cliffhanger. So just when Eve was about to tell Mark, Omni-Man and Alan appeared in front of them, and the episode just ended there, leaving us with another cliffhanger while the previous one was not solved. And the thing is, if they had this scene in the previous episode, virtually nothing would have changed because the hell story is not relevant to the plot right now. But the episode was not all bad. We got some interesting plot points, like finding out that humanity is the sixth age of the earth. Basically, there have been previous creatures that lived on the planet who do not exist anymore. We also got to see the misogynistic mummy get a host. He was trying to take hold of Invincible's body, but she just settled for a female excavator. One of my favorite scenes in the movie was the exchange between Mark and Damien Darkblood while they were falling through a pit to find Satan's crown. I think they had a really nice back and forth there. Also, when Satan got his powers back, he transformed and Damien Dark Priest bowed to him. To which Mark said, "I'm not gonna bow to Satan." And I think that was a pretty nice touch. There are also some nice touches here and there, like when Damien Darkblood brought his severely injured kin to the Satan and asked him to heal them. Satan basically said, "No need to give me food, man, I'm already full." To which Darkblood said, "Come on, man, be nice." And Satan replied, "Yeah, my bad." Overall, I think the episode still has a lot of charm, but it did feel like a filler episode. I remember when I saw Omni-Man and Alan arrive, the first thought that came to my mind was, they actually made an entire episode just to give us a new cliffhanger. Okay, so let's see what other people think about this episode. So here is a post. Season 4 episode 4 is the worst episode of Invincible by a mile. I just finished episode 4 and I gotta say it, even Darkblood's subplot sucked. Okay, so he does appreciate the universe got expanded a bit, but the only enjoyable part was the ending. I mean, yes, these were my initial thoughts. Let's see what the comments are. Not sure the worst episode, but I'll sadly have to agree that so far it is the weakest episode of the season. If you're saying it's not the worst episode, then which one is? Because I think 1, 2 and 3 were really solid. And who the hell is this? Okay. Yeah, he was looking a little weird. Omni fellow. Maybe not including this plotline in the original comics was a good decision. Okay, so it wasn't in the original comics. I'm guessing they released a new subplot for this. What do we call it? A sequel. I just want the Will to Might war to start. I don't even care about Hell or Satan. But I trust that next episode is gonna be peak. Yeah, next episode is coming soon. And I expect to see Mark in his best form, which is being a punching bag with daddy issues. I totally agree. It felt like they were dragging it a tad bit. Most of the scenes were quite boring, and this subplot isn't even that fun to watch. The only thing good about that episode was that it was a It was a bit funny and the ending was obvious. It was definitely a filler episode. Was cool to see Dark Blood again and the underworld door was interesting. But yeah, you could tell it was a lower budget episode. Hopefully that means we get a kick-ass finale. I don't know if budgets work this way for animated series or TV series. Like with One Punch, we had that little bit of copium that they're just saving their money for the next episodes, while the entire series was just depressing to look at. Invincible episode discussion, season 4, episode 4. Yeah, this better be the worst rated episode of this series log. What the? I mean, yes, it is a filler episode, and those tend to get a bad rating. Okay, so decent script, but still empty. This should have been a special episode like Eve's. Yes, they could have had some sequel episodes after the main season came out. Fans confused on why Invincible has worse animation than JJK with 10x the budget. Is it true though? And that's not even 10x. It's like 15 or 17. 2.5 million per episode. I assume it's not per episode. It's not even sure it's true, but I think it's probably for the entire season. Boring episode, boring lore, filler episode. Probably one of the most boring pieces of media I've seen in my life. Especially with how fun Alan and Omni-Man episode was with them going on a quest. Would have preferred that be a 2-part episode. I mean, yes, that episode did feel a lot faster than it had to be. I think they definitely could have slowed down a bit to give the episode more time to breathe. Art is such a W-mans. I love him. Yes, Mark had that little pep talk where he told Mark to basically reconnect with his younger version and find that purity and noble nature in his heart. I'm interested in seeing whether Art is going to be a father figure for Mark whenever he has disagreements or fights with his true father, Omni-Man. You guys think Nolan is gonna kill Paul? I don't know. Nolan, does he seem that petty of a guy to kill? He will probably not kill him because if he does, Debbie will never forgive him. And I'm interested in seeing if or how Debbie and Nolan are gonna get back together. Invincible Season 4 Episode 4 is now the lowest rated episode of the series. So far we've hit 7.2 Season 2 Episode 2 and 7.1. Okay, it is 6.9 now, which is nice, but still. If 7.1 is the worst rated episode, then you have a damn good TV series. True. 7 is still good, but I will say it's arguably the weakest. And the episode is the weakest episode. Like there has to be a weakest Wiltermite, but they would still be stronger than most of the universe. Like that we have lowest rated episode, which is still pretty good. Episode 4 shows that the showrunner does not understand who their main target audience is. I don't agree with that. I mean, the creators are known for experimenting a bit, taking weird decisions like that weird break mid-season, but I think they still understand their audience. What made people fall in love with Invincible Season 1 was that it felt like an adult version of the DC Universe with a hint of detective noir and gore. It caters to a much older and mature audience. We expect by now top-notch level writing and especially world-building narrative. Mark is always whining, and I honestly don't understand why Eve stays with this shell of a man at this point. Okay, so this may be one of the worst takes I've ever seen. I think the self-hate that this Mark feels due to the ease of killing he has developed adds a lot to his character. We also got a scene where he was asking his brother Oliver to basically work overtime and protect people, and he got mad at him when he didn't. Later, Mark also apologized to his brother, which makes him more of a human and less of a Wiltermite. You can always see the influence his mother has on him. Do Invincible fans just not want Mark to have an arc or any negative traits whatsoever? Yeah, Mark is extremely emotional, agreed. And that's also where most of the stories and most interesting conflicts come from. This punk is so much in his feelings, he doesn't want to prevent the destruction of Earth because he is sad. Can we get someone smarter, please? Okay, so this is just a rage bait post. We're gonna move on. Why is there so much hate about season 4, episode 4? Well, I wouldn't say hate. Probably because it's a filler episode. You will not lose anything if you don't watch it, but still it was fun to see demons and their story. Also, I have not read the comics, but I think we might see Satan again. Oh, we have to see Satan again after what he said to Damien Darkblood through his helmet. We are going to see him again. He's going to be a major player in the next season, I think. Mark killing everything with one punch was super boring and demons were super useless. But other than that, regular episode doesn't deserve so much hate. Yes, Mark was basically bullying Volcanica. A couple of hits and she just went down. I liked it, good episode. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys for now. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is a new channel and every view, comment, basically any sort of engagement is a huge help. For more commentary videos, stick around and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.